Adom 106.3 FM. Yadi ati yabem wachi na yam watena se ena no pay kase a edikan na yade ebro yade asada be mo twedua mpo Nyankopon so aka ho apegya yen na yasan asore ne yesia ebio asada na yade ma otwedua mpo Nyankopon na nsema yade bro no pa bie no ene say Bro East Regional Security Council akonsra ewo Gulumpe ene kokomba ntokwa asore wo hono no ama wasi adwobro mbra enti curfew de wode bi ato won mo eso omapani John Dramani mama ena ode atodwa sese aban no ehwe ama ka akase atukuleta eso anema pampe ede fa yakwan so no mbra ebeye dwuma ama yakwan no yatumi ahwe ne yie wei ene nsema wodo bi ne de bema enne anopei Yemfasra Emma Lawson Herbal Center. Ya sorry no pay yade de enye den wo ho. Yekoba yekanum dia yade ni santi ene sese wo hwe ho so yie. Ema yade emfa wo nomum. Lawson Herbal Mixture e wo ho ma. Lawson Law Care Mixture e wo ho. Lawson Delay Man Capsules bema wo begina brane abo adwumadene a na Lawson Delay Man Capsules. Adia chiabata ho epre wom wo fa no apia ha enkoda ne ntense a wodi kosuku wen enkoda no books no ne ade nyina obakofo wo paake won maduane ono ano beye ho adwuma na aduane beye ntententem wonu ansosie tutututututu da enkoda na aduane no aye ready Sinominodos enuti ena ama abatan no wankasa obatan no ubetumi anwa bi ede ase wo land park mu ede akwadwuma na ebreso a wadi ni santi ene sese upebi no upedudu atwa no wafre 0243399999 0543494454 time herbal mixture eno ene yedi tru editu atridi ase wanu ato udidi a enye yie yedi aduansi wani ma no wapia asinchen ohunam ayeboho ayi honam ya ekun seto time herbal mixture e hono e de ma what 0244417669 DBS Industries ya tete so 5 to 15%. Bowo danu so ye na uma na nanom nyina mbra mbeto se ampa yakura ye nana ye great grandpa intense papa ne na de pa odi kru dan so no enene yenso yenya asundwe Eco Bank the Pan African Bank Franco Trading Enterprise from papa efie one okuta yemu adopamia de kase ebrewo Dr. Sanakwa Ebomichidom and I 5 at the Facebook, YouTube, live ama wahemfoni and the wadrin chesu abana ya kenkan ede amount. Baffuor Owiredu-Amoh mena making kind amount ede anopay. Yen se kase no ase. Nano sakasaka asori ewo bru istimantemu eye Gulumpe gonja mabru ene kokomba mabru entemono. Enwa kwakohia se asomdwe eba enam so amampanifo etu bambofo ene mpanifo akọ no ne nananom omanfo ne woni a woka bi ewomu akwakodi enkomo eye bro is Regional Security Council ena meka ho asem na woni nananom nyina edi nkomo ne mabru ne nyina edi nkomo so wama adwobrew emra na asomdwe dia ye papa wo asomdwe a ena betumi aye wadwuma biara se fata Owura Francis Owusu entry ena eye mantam no soafo ono ena oni mabru edi kan ekasa na ne nsemu nkyerkyeremu no ebi eniye
3 days ago on 19th of this month we had intel that there is misunderstanding between the people of Gonja who are living in Gulumpe and that of Konkombex. When we got the news, we never relaxed. We also directed the regional police commander and his team to come around. In fact, they did their best. Let me take the opportunity to thank them for the hard work. Then the next day, we were able to control the situation. But just this morning, the whole issue turned. It turned to something serious. But we thank God that as I speak now, we are receiving feedback, positive feedback from the people. Because when we came this morning, we were able to meet about 3 groups. The first group has to do with the people of Gonja. We had a very extensive engagement. We shared a lot with them. We've advised them they need to put their guns down. From there, we moved to one group of the Konkombex. We had the same engagement. And lastly, we were able to meet the last group of the Konkomba people.
We nipa etini kan eye Bruno Ismantam soafo Owura Francis Owusu entry the kasa no chire no na bupe Bupewura Jinapo ono aso ene bupe ma hene afa so National House of Chiefs or your vice chairman and odi to edwa ese resek nkoma woni nananom ne mpanifo ade wo honde osusu ye pa se ebema asomdua ba na de aba ne nyinara no eyohia ahokyere na ama wenu nyina aba.
Why are they fighting and taking gas to load charcoal? This one say I have the right to load. This one say I have the right to load. When loading charcoal, if they are even talking of possession, that's better. But common loading, that is not this wanted. But I think there's deeper things in it because incumbents and Gunjas or foreigners and settlers, they always have this problem. So the best thing is that happily both sides agreed to lay their arms. They've agreed to listen to everything. The regional minister has talked to them. I've also talked to them on behalf of the overlord of the Gunja Kingdom. They've accepted it. So now we can now sit with them and see what is deeply involved so that we will get peace, agree, whatever. And I believe we want to make sure that nothing of this sort happen again. Because this is the time that everybody
Bupewura Jinapo ene yetini kana futuo ene ne kasa kire emu nkomo bi ne yeti na Bono East Police Commander wono so edin sembi eto so etwem sesese no nkomo de onima buru na di bi papa na ayesa empadifo dan ho a na wasan akejagum eti de eseso ode ye no se wobema curfew aba na curfew no so bade a ene wo a ubebu emra no animtia no won so ebebu wanimtia.
Divisional commander, the regional 2IC. They left here somewhere 9:30 to 10 p.m. thinking that, oh, they are okay and they've understood themselves and nothing will happen again. Just this dawn, we just had information again that, hey, they've sparked. Somebody was going to the bush and he was attacked by a faction of the group. So they've beaten him and wounded him. So these people also went to mobilize themselves and then shooting everywhere, here and there.
Bro is police commander yatini kaina empanifo nkoma woni ehofo adini nyina no nesese wode ensese egu akwanso enam so ama oswafo ohwe amanwe ho ensem Owura Muntaka Muhammad Mubarak woni na pamfo ne mpanifo dodo no na akogulumpe ene mabru no asakwa kodi enkomo na enkomo no nyina achi no ewie no ene osenana no nyina muntie sese yenhwe anase yentena se nyehwe ha sa ama enfufu emenane yenkwaye esese abanye bibi esempanifo ye bibi sese ni nyina no pamro twa no ni nyina nse mache no sese ho no ene se curfew aba curfew na yede aba no anwumre no nan ekopim anapa no nsia unipa ko uwafuo mu ba bia wo biara esese usefie esese wo se dem anapa no nsia na wapie atoa wadwuma so ebo no nan anwumre no nan pepepa ba bia wo bia no esese udu ani kire na urefie nsusu a na wahwe amamra ayadwuma empu enko ba bia ne obeto no ato no preku bibia be bia no ye ne preku efi enura bran ede kokopim se mpanifo be sese de ahwemu a ye hu sasomdua ba na obeyi curfew na firi ho no eno de eda ho egina mu ena nyina de ko no ene sebre afe ne hofo asori afe ebio wose obi bie ni ho no mu a wo mpotem wo se agi prosifo ne sojafo ene bambofo pe ana wo ho kwanse obekitatuo se etu anan kranta ne bibiara ebetum de adi bone ana de bedi awu ni de da bi ensese epia na se behu se ekuta obi afen susu batakaria yesese ye friend se war regalia yi ensese obi ase bi ewo empotem ho motorcycle so tena eno so yabra se bre ni na kafi ni gina mu no yempese ye behu so obi ate motorcycle so ase batakari kuntan ye de ndam krom eno ne ade duwenum nyinara no kafi no brem no yatwamu oswafo a ohwe amanwe ho nsem so Owura Muntaka Mubarak ni nsem a oni mpadifo ko hodi to na nanom ne omanfo a wo gulumpe empotem ho no no enimbi ena yatie
Adom FM
Asempa FM
in Shiraya FM
aban ene asue ye hwe akwantempon ho nsem so egu nsise ne dwumadi ahodo se ebeya yakwan so ebeya dwojo akwansia bebrebe no adoso odasani anase udua obusuani etu kwan na wo maa ya na onsono egutemu ne nyina no se akwansia bebrebe a esiniti na nsaba kwa aban ede ato akwamu no ene se big push wo de aba enam so ama yakwan ne yakwantempo no wo hwe atretere mu aye ne yi aye kama ma akwansia no so ate enti takrade ene Cape Coast kwantempo no wudum se wofa kasoa ede kwapin wini ba ede kɔ no de ene dualization no etuam dendende a contractor ejina kwan no so ye kasai Omampani John Dramani Mama ede aso abofem se efri Cape Coast ekopim takrade de no so no yemiemu enye no kakra ebi kɔ de yemmo nsa ho wo kɔ kwan na me so me ekom kwan na sebre no na odi etu edwase aban ebema nani abre papa etukuleta ene ka akase a eso ne makuntan wo behwe atomoto overhead na akokase ene ma ntimi nkɔ wo na moto we no so a ebia lodu no ana abekase ntimi nkɔ ano mompani se we no nyina no as loading no ye de sese ne beye adwuma pampen wo a wo besese wo ne ma agu ka so na ebekɔ so ade so brane gyina so na electricity ahoma wo de dua pagya telephone ahoma wo de dua pagya eno ne ade ne nyina no ye betwa so wo a yebeto no yebemamra ene wadi no sania etie.
And this is a very critical road. That is the Cape Coast Takrade Road. It has caused a lot of accidents. It has outlived its usefulness. And it is time for us to modernize it so that it will improve the productivity of both the central and western regions. So this is going to be a modern dual carriageway instead of the single passage. And there are going to be interchanges so that we create traffic separation so that the congestion that we see on this road will be a thing of the past. And so as the minister said, Western region is receiving its fair share of attention for the roads. And just for the records, I'll give you some of the roads that we are working on in the Western region, just for the records. And the first one is what we're going to cut short for, which is the dualization of the Cape Coast Takrade Road.
Omampani John Dramani Mama etwaso ebiu eno se aban ebo kapa se akwan ebeye yie de santi no esese ye nyina so yetime bua na kwan ye hweso ye bo ho ban se de beya ensei na becha man na nya de bia na ye beye kwan emfie na ye mfie num na tutu na sei na poto so abaso na fe na ye kwa kopesika asande abeye ekwan no ebiu.
We cannot invest so much money in improving our road network only for transporters to overload their trucks and destroy the roads in 3 to 5 years. We've seen new roads that are built, and once these trucks that are overloaded pass on them, within 3 to 5 years, the road is finished. Recently, Burkina Faso have implemented a new weight regulation, and so your trailer must not be longer than a certain length. It must not be wider than a certain length. And do you know what is happening? Trucks load from Takrade and from Tema and overload. When they get to Burkina Faso border, they cannot enter because of the regulation the Burkinabes have introduced.
Omampani Ghana for si mo asem we de ye adwuma pa ebeboa papa. Enra yeda sorry anopa sebre na yede yakase no agina mu no ye nya ne tie se ejabi ato kantamanto Tazan Lane a che se ka ama abesoa enkrofo so nyasem ketua nsemone eja no di wo hono no enyasem ketua ba ne se ya odumja adwumaifo ne ye fra wo tutu amrika ekoho ekodum eja no na bra wo ye adwuma adum eja no na yenya ne ntie ese electricity ahoma bi che se ekiki odumja adwumaifo no ba ko a nyame nko na di afofi ene nka yante asempa asem yi na edio 1 Isaac a no waka ho kire se wenmu eyade a no mu de no mu nim se anase wonya ne ntie se on nka ne ye wo hodum nyina no yisigifo aba bedundum nti homa bie ni honom a eja na mu nanso bra wo ya adwuma no na ekokiki ba ko a kire se nyame na di afofi anka yante asempa ewo atorentem a esi nura wo kantamanto no emu
eja kese bi ato be bia the only thing e kan ye ne say ECG4 ebe disconnect power supply to the area, so na me very clear so my 100% sure so my jeff because power bi kwaye pe be bi a charge ye niam eja bi animu nti no me confirm if you are monadmo coordinator na no gina me nchen so confirm ma me so eja ni mansa na me ne nua ye wote me nchen ye fro backhold and amane de akosoro si ye kutwa power nsa bi benya access ti ye fro ni me di kan twa first wire no me twa first one we no ne gya bia ne so e ma me de clear conscience oh meaning the gen so meaning ne bia dem di kan twa no ne ye bia neutral see the next one I me ye me twa na ye wom so na me nsa kuremu dada so na wo se me withdraw na me yi ade ni film na sign e pa agent e fa me nsa right no ho kakra but I'm fine.
Adom 106.3 ankasa fire service PRO wono ankasa na chese we to no we de nyame adi afofi ye de nyankopon ase o chere se bibia aye okay enedua yi o de adesere to yisigifo anim se eba se ejato ba bia won soso ye frodun jafo a won soso ntu amerika emra ho na wo mehwe ema bibia entoto edin
Adom FM.
Yamfa yeni enchiremu ewo Addis Ababa eye Ethiopia ahenkromu Esiam kese bi akoso a ye friend say 5th Federation of African Law Students Continental Conference ekoso ewo Addis Ababa na wotunsa efre Ghana mrasebedwafo bi emabuako South mrasebedwani Dr. Kingsley Adjuman ekokopie hobi na nsem odi tu edwa ho no ense eba apomdin ensemu a abibiman yakamu papa yakachire pa se obibi ni yare anase obi yare no bekwa yare sabia na asini ho doctor ni ho infidia hodo a ye de behwe nipa npo na ebi ni ho de no ochim se eduru ba bia se abibre mu mra sabedwafo so wo be se mra hodo a ebeboa ma apomdi ho nsem apeja ewo abibiman mu
laws are therefore compelled to allocation of resources to ensure that the accident victim in Juba, the expectant mother in Boko, and the young child in Isangani each stand an equal chance of survival and care. That is the true spirit of universal health coverage. To legislate for health justice is therefore to legislate for human dignity. It is to recognize that behind every clause debated and every budget approved stands a life that depends on the choice of coverage. We have to put a human face to health justice.
Osane tu asubio eno se abiman duru ba bia sese yapomdi ho nsem sese ma ehu hian etim brasebedwafo embramu na wonhwe tototo ne manyina yie ne nkopim se efie aduasa akini ehu sampa abibiman mu apomdi ho nsem no atumi agina brand wo bra brasebedwafo etuso anamon.
Health justice in Africa cannot be pursued in isolation. Disease, like poverty, knows no borders. A child cough in Lagos, a cholera outbreak in Harare, or a malaria set in Isangani can all run through the continent if we do not stand together. The pursuit of universal health coverage therefore demands that African nations see themselves not as competitors but as collaborators in a shared human project.
Dr. Kingsley Adjuman eye buako South mrasebedwani nsem kese a okoye ewo Ethiopia Addis Ababa mamu ene nsem a odi tu dwa bi ne yete no. Yamfasara Emma Lawson Herbal Center, Lawson Herbal Center, Ekutenipa, Lawson Herbal Mixer, Lawson Law Care Mixer, Lawson Delayman Capsules, Sansona Sinomi Noodles, about time, Muntrebi, Emma Muma, now one fire and Kosuku and ne anopay. Tam Herbal Mixer, Yadi Biara, Ebetua, a 3D, Ekan be piano monko, Emano and how be brave. DBS Industries, Yatete so 5 to 15%, what to hold trending. Eco Bank, the Pan African Bank, Franco Trade Enterprise, Phone Papa. If you want to say mu ene anopay medical say bro Dr. Sanda kwa ebo michidom ayo 05 and dey call Facebook YouTube me am so anopay Baffuor Owiredu-Amoh if you say break no e dwaso ensem na eba wonchen.